Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Market Misfits. In this video, we're going to be covering real briefly what a crypto portfolio consists of. Crypto Portfolio 101, everything you should know. So we're going to take a look at this, and then we're also going to take a few altcoins that are still really low, that look like they could be completing an accumulation cycle as the market cap is standing still, steadily growing a little bit. We're going to take a look at that chart too. But the Bitcoin dominance chart has broken a trend. So that could be an indicator that we could see some of these altcoins that we hadn't seen start to pump. So let's get into the article. Let's take a look at the charts. What is a crypto portfolio? A crypto portfolio is a collection of various cryptocurrencies that an investor holds. It's not just about owning multiple coins. It's about strategically diversifying your investments to balance risk and potential gains. A well-structured crypto portfolio considers factors like market trends, personal risk tolerance, and the investor's financial goals. That is precisely what we intend to show you on this article, the Crypto Basic, your go-to online source for crypto news, how to put a portfolio together. First steps in your crypto portfolio: exchanges. Crypto exchanges are platforms where you can buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrencies. Choosing the right exchange is crucial as it affects your trading fees, security, and the variety of available coins, which is why it is advisable to use reputable exchanges with robust security measures. We have a dedicated page for this. If y'all want to check it out, come over here to the Crypto Basic and check them out. Number two, wallets. A wallet is where you store your cryptocurrencies. There are two main types: hardware wallets and software wallets. Hardware wallet like Ledger are known for their high security, while software wallets such as Zengo offer ease of use and quick access. So also MetaMask would be like a software wallet. The hardware wallet Ledger, I think there's a misconception. I know there was for me when we first got our Ledger, that all the crypto was stored on the ledger that you hold in your hand, and that's not how it works. So that's just your keys, and it's still, and your cryptos are in cold storage on the blockchain. So the difference between having your cryptos in a wallet like that or versus having them on an exchange, when they're in an exchange, they're not, that you've heard the expression, not your keys, not your crypto. That's what they're talking about. So if something happens to that exchange, and that's why they're telling you to use reputable exchanges for holding. If something happens to that exchange, or then it's in their hands. I mean, so anything could happen. They could get hacked. It could collapse. You name it. So, but at the same time, there are advantages to having some coins on an exchange as opposed to wallets, but or hardware wallets. Let's take a look at brokers. Crypto brokers act as intermediaries for buying and selling cryptocurrencies. They are user-friendly and suitable for beginners, but might offer fewer cryptocurrencies compared to exchanges. We're going to drop a few links in here at the bottom in the description. So if you're looking for a place to buy cryptos and you don't know, or if you're looking for a broker to use leverage, then we'll drop a few suggestions or options down in the description. Coins. Your choice of coins should align with your investment goals and risk tolerance. Bitcoin and Ethereum are generally considered foundational assets in most portfolios due to their market dominance and stability relative to other cryptos. However, diversifying with other altcoins in sectors like DeFi or metaverse tokens can optimize your portfolio's potential. How many coins in a crypto portfolio should you have? The number of coins in your portfolio should reflect a balance between diversification and manageability. While having a variety of coins can spread risk too many, and it can be hard to track and manage effectively. A well-diversified portfolio typically includes a mix of established coins like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and smaller potential cryptos. So these smaller ones, you're going to have a higher probability if you pick good, altcoins. Some of the smaller market caps, I don't know if they're going to talk about this in here, but the small caps, those are where you see like the most massive gains. So having a mixture in between, the top 10, top 100, top 1000, might be something that you look into, because like Bitcoin, you're not going to see 1,000% on Bitcoin, but you have that potential in smaller market cap projects, and sometimes even in existing ones. So diversifying your portfolio. Diversification is key to balancing risk and reward. It involves spreading your investments across various assets to reduce impact of volatility, which can include investing in different types of cryptos like stable coins for stability and smaller altcoins for growth potential. Okay, so it had mentioned it right here. So smaller altcoins for growth potential. So the smaller market cap coins, they're easier to move with money. So they tend to go up higher. Risk tolerance. Understanding your risk tolerance is crucial. Cryptocurrencies can be highly volatile, offering high rewards, but also high risks. Assess how much volatility you can handle and allocate your assets accordingly with a mix of high risk, high reward, and stable, low risk investments. So it's talking about like with Bitcoin, for those of y'all who are new, Bitcoin and Ethereum, those are like your anchors, right? Because they're known for their performance. They don't move as far, as fast as some of the altcoins, but they're more steady. And then having some in stable coins for stability, they're suggesting here too. So, having stable coins, whether you're holding them just to keep your portfolio stable, or if you're holding them so that you can, scale into other projects, it's good to have a mix. Market leaders. Incorporating market leaders like Bitcoin and Ethereum is typically advised due to their proven track record. Okay, so we haven't got to this yet, but we just talked about this. And influence on the overall market. They tend to guide the trend for other cryptocurrencies and provide a relative stability based in a volatile market. Smaller cryptos with growth potential. So it's mentioned in this again. So, just whatever you're getting into, I would, check the, who is behind it, what's their track record. There's been a whole lot of rug pulls coming, and that's why one of the reasons why SEC is claiming to be cracking down on everyone. But it is what it is. Make sure to do your own research always. We're going to look at a couple coins on the charts. Nothing financial advice, just looking at charts, looking at some news here. Not news, but some education on this portfolio. Maintaining and adjusting your crypto portfolio, rebalancing your portfolio regular helps maintain your desired asset allocation. This involves buying or selling assets to keep your portfolio aligned with your risk tolerance and investment goals. So risk tolerance, for those of you that don't know, risk tolerance, like that's basically like your one of the key indications I can tell you. If you're anxious, that's your risk tolerance knocking at the door. So it's important to listen to that stuff, because if you're anxious, then maybe because you have everything stacked into one, like XRP, for instance, not saying that's a bad idea, but going along with diversification, your risk tolerance, having something all one coin, with XRP, right now it's just held up. So for instance, if and it's kind of high risk because it's in court still technically. So just using that for an example, using crypto portfolio trackers such as CoinStats, Delta Investments Tracker, also CoinGecko, CoinMarketCap, I think you can on there too. So no matter, you can put all of your cryptos together in there and it'll show you a visual representation of them. So if you have some on a hardware wallet, and then if you have some like on an exchange, you can put in each time, type in what you're putting into those separate places, and it'll all show up as one in one place. So when you can look at your entire portfolio from one screen and one platform. Now your crypto won't be on there, but it's going to show you like penny for penny, dollar for dollar, like exactly what your portfolio is. Because you put in how much you're buying of which crypto each time, from no matter where you're buying it from or holding it. So they help you monitor your portfolio's performance, track market trends, and make informed decisions. Conducting your own research is critical in the volatile crypto market. reading white papers, analyzing market trends, and staying updated on the latest developments in the crypto world are some of the steps you can take. In conclusion, building and maintaining a crypto portfolio requires a mix of strategic planning, ongoing learning, and adapting to market changes. By understanding your investment goals, risk tolerance, and the crypto market, you can create a portfolio that aligns with your financial aspirations. Keep an eye out for the crypto news, crypto exchange news, market trends. Okay, so you can track all that stuff here. Let's take a look at the charts. So we're looking at XRP first, but let's look at the total market cap. We're going to take a look at this. We're at a resistance here. We're facing a resistance. I believe it's on the weekly. Okay, here we are. We're at the daily. Let me blow this up real quick. So you can see we're hugging the edge right here. So we're at 1.64 trillion total market cap. This is actually a weekly resistance right here, this line. So what we're looking for here is, because if we get a break like the week closes, say at 1.68 trillion, then we have all this open space right here. And once, cryptos get into a new open space, they like to fill it really fast. So, going to be looking to see how the week closes, but to get an earlier, maybe an earlier sign, we'll be watching this level on the daily to see where the daily candle closes. But right now it's looking good. We're just at a resistance, so we could break down, obviously, or up. But just thought I would pull this up and look at that, because we want to see where the whole market is, and we want to look at how much dominance Bitcoin has at the moment. So we dropped this in the group a little earlier this morning at Market Misfits, and so we had a break of this trend. So this is showing the Bitcoin dominance, so kind of speaks for itself. How much is Bitcoin allocating for the total of the market? So right now we're at 52%. We just crossed this trend, and this trend was established. Let's see, how long did it take? So we've been holding there for over a year, this trend. So the fact that it's broken now and Bitcoin dominance is starting to go down, it had a peak up at 55.36%, and now we are dropped down to 51. So why this is important is because, theoretically, since Bitcoin is losing dominance, then what does that mean? That means that the altcoins, and also not just that Bitcoin is losing dominance, but the market cap stays the same. So we're looking at the market cap, Bitcoin dominance, and then we're going to look at the altcoin market. In the altcoin market, it's looking like we have free space all the way to here. So with all the altcoins, we're at 259 billion. I'm just going to mark this up here. So we still have a ways to go here. So that's good. While we're thinking about the two charts that we just looked at, Bitcoin dominance is going down. The market cap is pushing into a resistance. Looks like we could break through, always could pull back. There is this space all the way down here too. So we have a support down here for altcoins. Right at, get this thing up here, right here, 156 billion. So, we could go obviously break up and finish this. A lot of times this is what likes to happen, but the, prices like to do is reach for that next resistance, and then maybe we get a pullback, or maybe we see altcoin surge and continue up to this next resistance. So, and that resistance is up at, we're about to look at XRP and then a couple other charts that are still couple other cryptos that are still really low when we're looking at the big picture here. So we're looking at the weekly time frame. So when you're looking at, say, like an hour time frame, for those of y'all that aren't familiar, each one of these candles is an hour. So less of them, we get a smaller picture. It's like you're zooming in. So opposed to being on the weekly. So let me do something real quick. So you can see how far apart these lines are spread out now. When I first started trading it all the way up until like 2 years, I wonder why, or like a year, I guess. I wondered why the charts look different. Okay, so we're gonna put this circle right here. So we have a reference point and we're gonna go out. And I wonder why I would switch to different time frames and it looked like completely different charts. Well, you see how much smaller the circle is now? It's the same chart. We're zoomed out when we're going to higher time frames. When we're going down in time frames, we're zooming in. So there it is on the daily, right here. Here it is on the 4 hour, and then on the 1 hour. So we could see a pullback here. I was looking at XRP. Let's go ahead and take a look at it real quick. Or actually, let's look at Bitcoin first, then we'll look at XRP. So it's going to look a lot like the Bitcoin dominance chart. Let's get on a higher time frame here. So we'll zoom in. So we hadn't quite reached the top of this resistance yet. We're close. You know, Bitcoin dominance is going down. Will Bitcoin retrace and altcoins start to surge? Some of these other ones that we hadn't, you know, only time will tell. But so right here, we're still looking at this triangle right here. We have a nice flat top, pretty much flat right here. And then we have that inclining. So the bottom's inclining. What we're really want to see is a break up. Maybe a little pullback from Bitcoin. You know, altcoins start to, you know, surge. We're going to take a look at a couple of them. Just want to look at Bitcoin here and see where we are just to get an idea for sentiment right now. So we're coming up off this supporting trend on the 4 hour. And then I'm going to actually bring out an indicator real quick. Use a stochastic RSI. So this is something that helps us determine if something is high or not, other than looking at technical levels or previous price action. So this is showing that we are in an overbought state. We just now drop back down. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of divergence right here, not on the hour. So the 4 hour. We actually have some bullish divergence right here. I don't normally do it like this, but this is showing up and this is showing down. So a bit of bullish divergence showing. These lines are pretty far apart here, but I wouldn't doubt to see this come back down. One thing that I noticed on Bitcoin was that we didn't get this other deal right here. So we kind of had like also I see a gap right down here. So there's a fair value gap right here. We could be going to go fill it. Let me just mark that real quick. So there it is right there, 1 hour fair value gap. A lot of times when we cover these, we'll see the market go and fill these up. So also there's bound to be lots of liquidity down here. I wouldn't doubt if we come down for a little plunge, but let's look and see. So if we did that, because this right here just seems a little bit off. To be honest, but you know, if we got a little bit further pullback, you know, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But let's look at the 15-minute real quick. We'll check out XRP. So we're not really making a lot of headway right here. We are showing bearish divergence in the short term. So this is going down. I guess this is kind of going down too. But it's going back from further. So right here, So from this point, just lining up these points, we did see a little bit of a drop here. You know, I'm kind of feeling like there would be a drop, a bigger drop, especially with the Bitcoin ETF news and everything that's going on. You know, they put a deadline on the applications. Let's go over to XRP. So really would not doubt at all to see this come down here, maybe clear some of this out, maybe stop the bottom. So to wait and see what happens. But let's take a look at XRP. Let's take a look at the big picture right here. So let's move these drawings out of the way. So looking at where XRP is, actually look at a different chart. Let's pull up a different chart. Let's see the whole thing. So we actually use this for an album, not album cover, but for a thumbnail. But this shows us the whole chart. So relative to the all-time high, we are still about 450% away from that. So this is one of the ones I want to look at. And one of the main reasons why is because, you know, if you're an XRP holder, then you already know, like, we haven't really gone anywhere. If you look at this right here on the weekly, this channel, so I'll go ahead and get this off of here. I'll leave that up there because if you hadn't seen us cover this before, you're wondering why are people so bullish for XRP. It's because of that very reason. Like, we hadn't really gone anywhere in, like, since the lawsuit happened right here. So this was the bull run. We were getting ready to take off and possibly repeat this over here, but it didn't happen. Years have gone by, and so this price has been suppressed like a spring, or that's the theory anyway. So a lot of people were speculating that we could see the previous run happen, and if this happened from this level, then we'd be looking at about $195 XRP. So it was nearly 200, or sorry. Yeah, nearly $200. So that's one that's really low. And then wanted to look at XLM, because if you can see here, XLM is leading the way as far as XRP, XLM. So its high was 81 cents. And so this one's actually moving faster. Let's take a look at the XRP XLM chart. So 490, about the same as XRP. But if you can tell just by looking at this price action right here, we're nearly about to complete an inverse head and shoulders on this pullback. There we go, boom, on the 4-hour time frame. Here. Okay, so I get this out of the way, and then just gonna put up some short-term target ideas. So right here, it's always shooting for not up here. Why? Because the market showed us before that right here, historically, it turned around right here, very sharp at 13, nearly 14 cents. We also have this spike here. And then we have from when price was really dropping, it also stopped right here. So when it comes to taking profits, I want to have this in there like that, first one. So for the other ones, let's go to the daily time frame. Oh, actually, XLM been a heck of a lot higher than this. So another one here. Again, one of the main reasons looking at XLM because it hasn't really gone anywhere right along with XRP. Both have been going nowhere fast. I'm assuming that's going to change. So there are some targets right here. This one's fairly close. Let's look at where stop loss we could look at a stop loss here. So if we're going to put some parameters on this, and it's offering us some pretty good risk to reward right here. So here, if you're swing trading, so it's a pretty good risk to reward to the all-time high for XLM. One place to be looking for it to set across on the daily is basically this first target right here. If we look on the hours, this is actually a little ways away. Maybe that's not the best place for first target, but that's where the resistance is. So whether you get into something like this right here when it's this close to resistance, or if you wait for it to pull back and hop in it down here, then that's totally, up to, I think your risk appetite is going to have to do with some of that stuff we were just talking about. So getting in here is more high risk opposed to if it pulls back and you get in here on retest. Now, the disadvantage to this is, what if it doesn't retest back down here? What if it comes up here and retests up here? You're still more safe getting in here on this scenario than you are right in the middle of it. Because up here, your retest would be, on a support right here. We're in the middle of going up. It can shrink back down, so another strategy people do is they will scale in. So maybe not put in all of your chips at once, maybe put in some and plan for it to come back. And when it comes back, to get some more, that's just another way of doing it. But let's take a look at Cardano. And we're just going to look at these really fast. I had these marked up already and put them in the group. So it's kind of a broad subject. If you're wanting more altcoin ideas, then just holler, drop a comment, send a message, and we'll get you into our free group, Market Misfits. Actually, we'll just leave a link in the comments. So we're dropping this stuff every day in there. So on the 1 hour, it's looking like we could be about to complete this reaccumulation for Cardano. So we hadn't reached the daily resistance. Again, that's something when you have a void in the crypto market, they really like to go and fill this void. So we hadn't quite made it there yet. We hit the first target previously on Cardano. And so here we are again. Let's zoom in real quick. And I had the stop loss way down here. So it's a 2-to-1. So just would be watching this. It shows we broke right here and we had a retest, rejection. I would just look on smaller time frames to see what the structure is looking like. Not going to really go into it right now. Didn't want to take too much time on here, but let's go on down to XDC and then we'll look at HBAR and we'll be at it here. So dropped this actually earlier this morning. It's already gone up a little bit. You can see, boom, we've already reached nearly halfway to the first target here. And again, just putting these targets down to where below the resistance. Let's go to the daily. So we passed this point right here. That's going to open up grounds for up here to the top. So again, just put in targets here and here. Let's look at, so this would be maybe the end of an accumulation for XDC, then HBAR. So we had previously already hit some targets on these, and this is something that I wanted to make sure and bring up on here, is that a lot of these look like we could go down for another swoop. So this just kind of looks a little awkward. We have a possible ascending triple bottoms on here. And, so just always be aware of the downside risk right here. Just because Bitcoin has been surging, there's all this news and all this stuff. You got to always look at your risk, and whatever you risk, you got to be willing to accept that, and accepting it before you place or buy, place the trade or, buy the coin or whatever is a skill actually that you learn over time. Again, this goes and relates to risk tolerance. So if it's making you anxious, then probably not a good idea. But that's gonna do it for this one, you guys. Let's look at Doge real quick. We had a signal right here, and we'll get off of here. So here we are on the daily. It's looking like our little pattern right here. We had a break of structure, a descending channel. We had a break of that channel, and on this one, we had a double bottom form, or it's maybe about to form right here on Doge. So what we'll be looking for right here is a break above, not up into basically 10 cents or right under 10 cents on the 4-hour. On the hour, let's take a look. See, we already kind of broke right here, came back down, rode this trend. On the hour, be looking for a break here around the same place, basically at 10 cents, in or around 10 cents. See, XRP is going up. Let's just go back and take a look real quick. XLM's at 5. So you can see XLM is ahead. Just want to take a peek at this because I saw XRP finally moving on another screen. So looking at this from 4-hour daily, we covered this on a few videos back on the weekly. We've been in this descending channel for XLM versus XRP. So when this chart goes up, the primary currency or crypto or asset is in front. So if it goes up, that means XLM's performing better. If it's going down, that means XRP is going better, or is performing better. But we've been in this downward consolidation here on XLM XRP chart, and it looks like we could break out here. So just a little heads up, if you're into XLM XRP, I wouldn't be surprised at all if we saw the roles change on this and we saw XLM come out to be. You'll never know. Again, it's just another reason why to diversify. But that's going to do it on this one, you guys. Y'all have any questions, just reach out and holler, drop a comment, send a message, and we will see y'all on the next one. See ya.